What it is, focus your homeboy first, back again with another episode of the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on something. Make sure y'all follow me across all social media platforms. Join the channel, become one of the realest ones, you understand? And feel free to hit that Cashapp. You feel me? Anything you give will go back into the business as we continue on our quest to become the Amazon, the Walmart of black culture. You feel me? Jackson State University's women swept last week. The men didn't. And I am doing a joint segment this time. I usually do them separately. I usually cover them separately. I'm doing a joint segment, and y'all will see why momentarily. Okay. As you can see, y'all see right there in the banner, I'm going to be pointing out some differences, and I'm going to give y'all some hope when it comes to the men's team. Okay. But the women swept the week. Therefore, I find it only fitting that we strike up the motherfucking band. Let's go. All right, so like I said, the women of Jackson State University swept last week. They defeated Bethune-Cookman University last Monday by a score of 77-52. Okay, so that was a 15-piece. And they defeated rival Alcorn by a score of 81-49. Okay, and that was on Saturday. Okay. And that was for their 10th consecutive victory. Okay. As you know, they've only lost one time during SWAC play, and that was to Prairie View. You feel me? In contrast, the gentlemen of Jackson State University did blow out Bethune-Cookman by a score of 91-64. Okay. And that was much better than how we performed when we played them at home. Okay. Because when we played them at home, that was one of those high blood pressure games. Okay. And we beat them 70-66. Okay. But when we went down there, we blew them out 91-64. Okay. So almost a 30 piece. I need that. See, that's the kind of stuff I need for my blood pressure. You feel me? That keep it low, keep everything get straight for me. I can chill and enjoy the game. But when it came to Alcorn, whew. See, I expected another high blood pressure game because the first time we played Alcorn down there at their place in Lorman, we beat them by 1 point, 67-66. I know Colty made the game winning shot, and then Alcorn had an opportunity to win the game at the end, but they missed. Okay. So I'm expecting another close game. Alcorn said, fuck all that. Obviously, Alcorn felt some type of way about their loss. Now, to be forthright, Alcorn currently stands at number 1 in the SWAC rankings. Okay. They're 15-11 overall, but they're 12-2 in SWAC play. Okay. So I expected a dog fight simply because of the rivalry. Okay. Because of the rivalry. Alcorn said, fuck that. They went into that game. You could tell they wanted it. So much so that at the end of the game, their coach was just hyping up the crowd. He was very enthusiastic. You would have thought, hell, they'd already punched their ticket to the big dance, to the NCAA tournament or something. But they wanted it. His intensity matched the young men's intensity during that game. So you had the women blow Alcorn out, you had the men get blown out. So it made me say, let's take a deeper look at the contrast between both teams. Okay. And when we do this, I want us to keep in mind that this is Coach Mo's first year with the team. And I want us to hope that what the women have done, he can emulate that. Okay. So let's take a look at some things. All right. Now, as of right now, the men stand at 5th in the SWAC. The women, of course, are first. Okay. In terms of defense, okay, inside of the SWAC, the men are 11th. Okay. They were 12th, but now they're 11th. Okay. Giving up 75.6 points per game, whereas the women have given up, 60 points per game. Okay. So damn near 16 points fewer per game that our women are giving up. Offensively, the men are 5th. Okay. So they're in the top half of the SWAC offensively, scoring 67.9 points per game, whereas the women are scoring 69 points per game. Okay. In terms of leading scorers in the SWAC, our men's team, though, does not have a single top 10 scorer inside of the SWAC. Okay. Whereas the women have Tilly Bowler. Okay. She's in the top 10 of score. So you might say, oh, Tilly, I wouldn't have thought that. I would have thought it was Daphne. I would have thought it was Angel. Would have thought it was Ja. No, it's Tilly. You've been watching the game, she's taken a big jump this year. Why do I point that out? In terms of having a person inside the top 10 scoring. This is why. Sometimes you need a bucket. Sometimes you just need somebody to go get a bucket. Whether they're going to get that bucket out of a set that you called as a coach, or whether they're just going to go manufacture a bucket. You need somebody to just go stop the bleeding if the other team is on a run, or you need somebody who can sustain your runs by going to get a bucket. Okay? We got that with the women's team. The guys' team, we don't just have a definitive guy we go to say, go get us a bucket. You feel me? All right. I don't even know if we got a definitive set that we can go to, just go get a bucket. When it comes to the women's team, we have such size. Okay. You got Angel Jackson, 6'6". Let's say 6'5". And then you got Daphne White at 6'5". Okay. Those some big ass girls, especially in SWAC play. You feel me? So if Tilly ain't just gonna go manufacture you a bucket, Coach Reed can call a play to make sure we get a paint touch to one of these ladies, and either Angel gonna drop step you or jump hook you and get a bucket, or Daphne just gonna catch that thing and you can't teach her height and she gonna go up with it. And she gonna either get the bucket or get fouled. Well, on the men's side, you got Mansell, he's 6'9". To the average human being, 6'9" is humongous. Okay. But for what he does, for what his game is, 6'9" is not that tall. It's kind of undersized. Okay. And then Zeke is 6'6". So he damn sure undersized for his game. We talking bigs. Okay, we're talking about the guys that's man in the paint. Okay, we're talking about the guys that's trying to go down there and get the boards, the guys who are trying to rim protect. That's not size for real, for real. All right, that's not 6'11", 7-footers. Okay. What Angel and Daphne are in the girls' game at 6'6" and 6'5", that's equivalent to having a 6'11", 7-footer in the guys' game. You feel me? Like these motherfuckers are statuesque. And that helps. That helps the boards. That helps rim protection. That helps go get your bucket when you need it. Okay. In terms of depth, the women can serve 4 or 5 girls at a time. Coach Reed get pissed off, she might just sub. Go get them. Lead out one. Just go get everybody else. You don't see that kind of substitution from the men yet. Okay. We've seen players drop off, whether it be Gabe Watson. Right now, I still don't know where the hell Trace Young is. Still don't have. I don't know. I don't know. We need him, but I don't know. I'm trying to find out what's going on. I was listening to one telecast, and Rob J didn't know. He right there with him all the time. Okay. So we already didn't have that much depth, but then the bench keeps shortening. You talk shooting. Okay. Both teams have one guy who's like definitively the shooter. Okay. A guy and girl, I should say, excuse me. For the women's team is Liz. And for the guys' team is Colty. Okay. It's a big difference though. Colty basically got I was about to say he got a green light. Hell no, he ain't got no green light. Ain't no light up there. He on I-55. Okay. Ain't no stoplights. He can shoot that bitch whenever you want to shoot that motherfucker. On the other hand, Liz is more controlled. You know what I'm saying? You can tell she got a green light. But Coach Reed will turn that light to red when need be and say, let's get that ball inside. You know what I'm talking about? So it's a big difference. You know, both have been kind of inconsistent with the three-point shooting, but Coach has way more attempts than Liz. If you're just watching the game, you know. And then you can go to guard play. Coach Reed got two girls that can run her offense. Both can get assists, both can get a bucket. And that's Ja Covington, and that's Kashana Lucky. So she got two that at any point I can have this person on the floor and I'm not finna just lose nothing for real. Okay. Now, to me, Ja is a better scorer and Kashana is a better passer. Okay. But either one of them can do both. You feel me? Whereas the men's team, it's like we got Chase. Okay. Now Mr. Hunt, he comes in. He's still young. He kind of put me in the mind of what Ariana is. Okay. Ariana Hunter for the women's team. She's gonna be a good player, but she's still young. Well, Ja and Kishana, they're seasoned. Especially Ja. Shit, she's a grad student. So there are a lot of big differences, y'all, in these teams. Why do I want to point this out today? Because y'all were deep up in there during the Alcorn game. Y'all were deep. So much so that when I went to the concession stand to get 2 Kool-Aid pickles for my wife and some candy for my godson, and shout out to my godson Landry Coleman and his parents Ray and Brandy. You know, to my Brandy is a Jackson State alum. You know, to my they were in the building, but I went down there to get some for them. And I wanted some nachos and some popcorn for myself too in the Gatorade. But that line was so damn long and was not moving that I started to go and sit my ass back down. But I knew my wife wanted them Kool-Aid pickles. Okay. And I knew my godson wanted that candy. So y'all was so deep up in there. I was in that line for 45 minutes. Had to be. Because, you know, it was 30 minutes in between the women's game and the guys' game. That whole 30 minutes I was down there. Plus, I missed the first 10 minutes of the first half. Okay. So I'm down there at least 40 minutes. But that's because y'all were there. And I know some of y'all might have said, man, I came up in here for this when it came to the men's game. You know, I've been trying to get y'all to come out. Come on out. It's exciting. Yeah, they running my blood pressure up, but they going hard. They playing hard. Woo. And Alcorn just came out there and smacked us. Okay. The score doesn't indicate that ass whooping. Okay. It doesn't. It says we lost by 15. We lost by more than that. And truthfully. It was rough. But I'm telling y'all that has not been indicative of our season. Okay. We've struggled defensively all season, true enough. But in these last few games, like in the 3-game win streak that we had, we were being more physical. Alcorn was more physical. They were just more intense, more physical and everything. Okay. So I want to point these differences out. One, to say we need to throw more support behind the women. What the old women are doing is fucking special. Special. I guess their only flaw in people's eyes is not being men. That's it. They play great basketball. They do everything you want to see in a basketball game other than dunk. And I know at least one of them Deja would have can dunk. But all the other shit you want to see, 3-point shooting, good execution, hustling, they lived on the floor for loose balls. Lived on the floor. They won those. Our men lost those. There should be more support for them, man. I keep saying that shit. I see it from my data. Me doing these kind of videos right here about them, covering them. If I was a businessman like that strictly just went by the numbers, it would tell me to stop doing this and just talk about, I don't know, football recruiting or something. But they deserve better than that. So I'm going to keep covering them. And I love it. I love basketball. I'm going to keep covering them. They deserve better. 2, though. Men's program is coming. It's coming. Okay? Some of these issues can be solved through recruiting. Okay? The issue with lack of size can be solved through recruiting. Depth issues can be solved through recruiting. Shooting can be solved through recruiting and a great offseason. Great offseason. If we're going to run sets to get guys like Colton butt naked for a tray ball, or we're going to allow Ken to get some up as well. We're going to allow Chase to get some up as well. Got to have a great off season and at least be 35% and up, all up. Colton need to be up around 39, 40%. You fix that. Lack of depth at the guard position can be solved through recruiting and also great off season. Let Mr. Hunt grow. Film study. Let him and Chase sharpen each other. You feel me? Not having just that certified bucket can be solved through recruiting and also through a great off season. Tilly, like I said, who been cutting up scoring wise. She wasn't doing that same thing last year. Now, last year we had Misha Williams Holiday, and we also had Deja Rogan. Okay. So, of course, she's not going to get the same kind of FGAs or anything like that. But I'm telling you, she got a whole different bounce about her. It might be one of these boys next year that come in with that. Just got to go. Just got to go hard. Just got to go hard. Okay? So, if you at that game, if you watch that game online, you feel me? Be proud of those Lady Tigers, because that's the dynasty. But don't lose hope when it comes to the men's team. You feel me? We gonna make it. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. My blood pressure gonna be all right. We gonna be all right as a whole. You feel me? And lastly, I want to say to all the real ones that I saw up in that thing, I appreciate y'all for real, for real. I love meeting y'all, love talking to y'all, love getting those pics with y'all. You feel me? I can't say enough how much I appreciate you. You know, I speak for a living. I use words for a living, but I cannot sufficiently put into words how much y'all mean to me for real, for real. As I've stated before, I'm a bad motherfucker now. But in this business, that means nothing without you and your support and telling everybody about me or putting me in your group text or your Facebook groups, wherever you share stuff. I don't take that for granted. I greatly appreciate y'all. You feel me? So continue to stay down with me and continue to support Tiger basketball. Put it on something.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?